Hello people of YouTube and welcome to the monthly review of November 2021. Today is Monday the 1st and November is going to be very exciting, starting next week. Today, however, is a day like any other. It is a work day. It is currently like 7:30 in the evening and I've got very little food in my fridge, but even less willpower for going to the supermarket. However, I do have this and this. And I'm about to make some really weird marinade out of this to marinate this with. Now the first thing I feel like I actually should point out is that I haven't had Dr. Pepper since the first year, possibly the first week of high school, when I thought, because this stuff doesn't occur very much in Europe, correct me if I'm wrong other Europeans, but I don't think it does, that it was a type of Coke. So during my first week, possibly even my first day at high school, I bought one of these from the high school vending machine, tried it, hated it because it wasn't Coke, never had one again. So, I feel like it's time to try it before I make a marinade out of it. Oof, that smells exceptionally sweet and nothing like Coke at all, which at least I knew this time around. Yeah, that's just sort of chemical, sweet lemonade stuff. I don't mind it, I quite like it actually. Now that I've got the right expectation, that's actually pretty good. And I'm kind of sad that I'm not going to drink anymore, but I'm excited to see what's going to happen with the marinade thing. I'm not going to lie, this feels kind of weird, but to this simmering Dr. Pepper, I'm going to add a bit of vanilla. The original recipe I'm following, which I'll get to in a second, says vanilla bean, but I've got extract and not bean, so here we are. Then some red pepper flakes, bunch of honey, some salt, which is doing interesting things to the bubbles, and some fresh garlic. While that's busy making extremely confusing smells for me, let me just briefly go into what prompted me into this path of madness. Recently I've been listening to old episodes of Dear Hank and John, and during one of these old episodes Hank is absent and John invites his mother on as a guest host, and his mom talks about this insanity as a recipe. And honestly, I'm hardly following the actual recipe that she presented during the episode, but I figured it'd be interesting to try and see what kind of flavor profile you could get from using Dr. Pepper as a ground for a marinade. And when I'm saying marinade, she in the episode describes it as a marinade, but what I'm gonna do, because I don't have time to let this sit for 8 hours, is I'm gonna make more of a glaze out of it. So when this is done cooking in, I'm gonna add some cornstarch and chop up my pork really fine, cover the pork in the cornstarchy, glazy stuff, and put it under the grill. I'm also gonna make some flatbread and fill the flatbread with the pork and some other good stuff. That is actually really tasty. I could have prepared the meat slightly differently and could have been a bit more salty, and I could have had some spinach or lettuce or whatever. But as far as the Dr. Pepper marinade goes, I am going to repeat that. That's good.
Nu gaan we aan de doorstappers. Is daar ergens? Ja, daar is een ding. En hier is... Oh, dit is zo gek dat je gewoon door een muur heen kan. Ik wil dit.
Maar je voelt het niet.
Nee, er is niks. Hier is niks. En dat is voor jullie heel logisch, maar voor mij iets minder. Oké, kan ik dit oppakken? Ik kan het oppakken.
Ja.
Ik heb het opgepakt.
Maar wat nou als je door je knie gaat? Maakt dat nog uit?
Ja.
Oh shit, je kan echt... Maar dat is het hele idee natuurlijk.
Mm.
Ja. Oh. Kan ik dit? Ik wil dit graag. Oh, hallo. Oh.
Als het goed is staat ergens een man.
Oh. Ik schrok van de man. Oh, meneer. Oh, motherfuckers. Ik heb... Jeet.
En je hebt een limited hoeveelheid ammo. Smack. Kijk uit. Ja, je hebt heel veel ruimte achter je. Als je... Oeh, je sloeg bijna mijn kledingkast. Je zit bijna in mijn kledingkast, dus
Oh.
het is handig als je even een stap of 2 achteruit.
Piep.
Ja, dat is beter.
Wat ik...
Ja,
Kom dan.
dat is
Ja,
mijn
oké.
bed.
Ja, oké. Ga een stukje achteruit. Kom maar. In de nuts. Nuts. Oeh. In de dim.
Daar ga je niet dood van.
Nee.
Super hot.
Nooi.
Als je nu zelf sneller beweegt, dan gaat het ding ook sneller.
Ja. Ja, dat is best wel mindfucky. Want je hebt de neiging om snel te bewegen om de shit te ontwijken. Maar dat is...
Let me shoot die.
loslaten.
Oh, echt? Ja. Jeet.
Echt gooien.
Ja, dat is echt even een wenner. Dat je echt...
Ja, je kunt echt je controllers gewoon
Ja.
los.
Ja.
En nu?
Kijk hoor. Oh, kijk aan. Geef maar. Jeet. Oh. Kut. Kut.
Ja, dit is even een trucje waar je aan moet wennen.
Het voelt een beetje als Mirror's Edge, weet je het zo?
Ja.
Ah.
Ja, een beetje dezelfde artstyle inderdaad.
Kom even. Nee. 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 Oeh. Dat was mijn schouder eigenlijk. Ja.
Give it a try.
Ga je wel dood van in dit spel.
Ja. Oeh. Kom dan. Joink.
Het is alleen maar niks.
Oeh, dat was eng.
Die was je
Oké,
net
we
dood.
gaan even een heel stuk weer terug.
Ja, je wordt helemaal teruggezet naar het
Langzaam.
begin van het hoofdstuk, zeg maar. Dus je moet echt rustig gaan. Proberen niet dood te gaan. Dat is wel
Je hebt de
satisfying.
neiging om zeg
Ja, nice.
iets
Same.
anders heel snel te pakken en als je overzicht hebt, dan langzaam, maar dan ben je
Oh, hij ontwijkt, doe maar niet. Hoe ver kan ik deze kant op?
Een meter.
In de huis. BM. Hallo. Woem. In de nuts. Dankjewel. Joink.
Hallo kinderen.
Hallo.
Wat voor moois zijn jullie aan het maken?
Bloemkool. Uit de frituur.
Oké,
Aardappels uit de oven.
heel nice. Wat gaat er in de bloemkool uit de frituur? Behalve bloemkool en frituur.
Olie.
Uit veel olie.
Ja.
En verder.
Ja.
Dus dit is een stukje wat je helemaal moet ondertitelen.
Ja.
Wat zijn moeilijke woorden? Bloem, maïzena, bakpoeder, knoflookpoeder, eventueel zout, dus zout.
Absoluut zout.
En meer knoflookpoeder dan de recept leuk vindt.
Nice.
Ja.
Ik ben
En
benieuwd.
dan met bosui en sesam, zout. En chili saus.
Sweet. Letterlijk, sweet chili saus.
Ja,
Nice, ik ben benieuwd.
so am I.
Ik hoor al helemaal zo'n voice-over in mijn hoofd van Tom. En dit Frank decided to make some flauwekol.
Flauwerkool.
Which was fucking amazing, because Frank is fucking amazing. Yes, yes. Het is echt wel lekker ook gewoon.
Ik vind het wel een beetje eng hoor.
Ja, die is fijn. Je hebt geen benen. Maar hoe lang is het? Je kan gewoon om je heen kijken en zo, dat is allemaal geen probleem. Maar hoe langzamer jij je handen beweegt, hoe langzamer het uitgaat.
Oh, maar het is eng dat het heel groot is.
Ja, je bent er echt in.
Ja, inderdaad, welkom in virtual reality.
Ja, echt. Oh, maar die mensen zijn ook zo groot als ik. Eeuw, hij valt in mij. Eeuw, ik haat dit. Oh, ik vind het heel eng. Ze gaan in me. Ze vallen in me. Die mannen zijn net zo groot als ik. Het lijkt heel klein, maar ze zijn niet zo klein. Okay.
Ja.
Ga je me nou echt filmen in deze outfit?
Oh, absoluut.
Ik heb mijn pyjama aan. Dat moet je er wel bij zetten, ook mijn pyjama.
Ja, zo goed.
Oh, hier is een grid. Wat is hier?
Ongeveer 20 centimeter links van je hand was een kledingrek.
Dus als ik dit doe, is het beter?
Ja, ik
Oh, jij bent daar ineens. What the fuck?
zou één stapje naar links doen.
Oh, dat was recht in mijn gezicht. Oké, mag ik wat anders doen? Mijn hart gaat zo hard.
So, our first attraction of the day. Kinda nice, kinda fun. You know, runestone left by a grieving father 1,000 years ago. But this second attraction, Sweden's tallest tree.
It says Omberg's tallest tree.
That's disappointing. Google Maps lied to me.
It does look very tall, but I can't see the top because of all the other trees.
And because of how tall it is.
Yes. So, just kind of looks like a tree.
Yeah, riveting. So who wants to tell the people of YouTube where we are?
I don't know where we are, so that.
Nope, me neither.
Good, excellent, okay. We are by one of Sweden's biggest lakes. I think it's called Vänern. And we are out for a hike, having lunch. I'm filming you people while I am the one talking. So that's ideal.
That is ideal.
What are we doing then?
We are having, what are the three? Lapskaus, chili con carne, and pasta bolognese.
Nice. Not spawned by Real Turmat.
Oh, please do, because these are expensive, so
Yep.
that'd be great.
So could you describe our locale?
Forest.
It's foresty. It's no longer windy, so that's nice.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on the dog speaking.
Again. The dog's being a dick.
Yeah, that happens. We were just by the lakeside and it was extremely windy, so this is definitely an improvement. Oh, and as you can see by the lens fogging up, our water's boiling. So that brings us to the end of the monthly review of November 2021. This felt like quite an intense month, and when I say month, I mean 10 days, because between the arrival of Frank and Rebecca and the departure of Frank and Signe, they did a sort of switcheroo sort of halfway through, was only 10 days. I think it all took place between the 11th and the 21st. I took a week of work for it, so I was able to make the most of having a bunch of guests over at once. And I'm in this weird space between thinking we did a lot and we did very little. I feel like a lot of time was spent just sort of hanging around, not doing that much. We went for a couple of good hikes. We saw the town center. We went and saw Rökstenen, which is a drive away, so it was very useful that Signe was here with a car. We had Saga here for a couple of days, so that was lovely. But we also just spent a lot of time indoors, playing VR, doing cooking, and, you know, just relaxing, which is also lovely. So I guess the real conclusion is that this was just a nice and balanced 10 days. I had a very good time, and I hope you had a fun time watching this documentation of it. I also hope that you are enjoying, if that's the right word, the channeling of my 19-year-old self through the beanie and the floofy hair. My hair was a mess this morning and I figured I could do this again. Anyway, that's really gonna do it for November 2021. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching, and don't forget to push some of the positive buttons down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao!